Hey everybody, Steve Selak here again with Wet Light Systems, and I wanted to share with you over the course of the last 4 or 5 years that I've been creating, designing, and inventing the Wet Light, which is the first IP66, soon to be IP68 submersible, decorative, upward facing. That's critical. The fact that the light bulbs can face upward, decorative candelabra light bulb, the first ever in the world. You've never been able to hang a chandelier outside with light bulbs facing up. The only outdoor lighting that you've been able to choose from is when the light bulbs hang down. This is a game changer. This is the first time this has ever been done. I'm going to show some lighting that in some still images that I've taken pictures of in some of the nicest estates here in Southern California, also in some beautiful, highly regarded venues around San Diego and Southern California that still rely on ugly 120 volt, 100-year-old technology to illuminate paths and to have any kind of a down hanging light on a walkway. The issue is with that lighting, you need to have conduit that runs up along a tree onto the light, and it's ugly, and it is old, 100-year-old technology, and we can change that now. It's not mandatory that you have to do that. We have other options now with the Wet Light. So we're going to show a series of some still photos that I've taken here in Southern California in some beautiful estates, and you'll see that people have, in order to get to any kind of a hanging light in a tree, not an uplight, not a downward facing light, uplighting or downlighting, but an actual hanging device, a hanging fixture, people have reverted to very cheap Chinese paper stars and aluminum stars and pin lights that hang down that illuminate, but are just not attractive. It's limited in the beauty. And we'll roll through some photos now, and you can see some of the images that I've captured, and we'll come right back. Now, these next set of images I captured at a beautiful event space down in San Diego, and they use these 120 volt, dangerous, danger Will Robinson, danger, ugly lamps that are, the technology in place has been in place for 100 years. They're required to be 90 to 100% enclosed, because the light bulbs are not protected. The light bulbs face downward again, and the fixture itself requires glass to surround it. The light bulbs never are up, fully exposed, just like you have a chandelier inside, and you're taking that aesthetic and dropping it, putting it outside. None of this is true with what they currently have for outdoor chandeliers. You're going to see the images now. This is at a very well-known public rental facility in the San Diego market, and the lights are 100 years old, 120 volt, very dangerous, and no doubt they require a lot of maintenance. But most importantly, none of this is impressive. This is all very old school technology. So if you're a lighting designer or a company trying to make your mark, I just don't believe anybody is going to be out there talking about their fantastic light design using technology that's 100 years old that everybody else has. Who's going to do that? I don't know a single lighting designer that would use that as a calling card. And there's another image that I captured at a very high-end restaurant in Beverly Hills with the old orange 3-into-1 device that these restaurateurs use to illuminate their dining area. And at night, it looks fine. You know, you can't really see the extension cords, you can't see any of that, but during the day, it's all exposed, and none of it looks good. It's all incredibly ugly, old, and there's a new way now. With wet light systems, you've got a 12-volt operating system with light bulbs that require no enclosure. Some chandeliers have like an old school pickle jar over the light that's frankly just embarrassing if you're a high-end restaurant. Nobody wants to see a pickle jar over the top of a chandelier. It's, again, and it doesn't work if you're in South Florida, coastal Alabama, Corpus Christi. It's just not going to work. Even in San Diego or Southern California on the beach, within a few days it's going to corrode and rust, and it's not going to work. And the maintenance required to keep the light running is just going to far exceed the beauty of the light. And like everything that's on the beach, if it isn't truly watertight and protected, it just rots and fails. So with the wet light, you don't have that problem. I wanted to share some of these images with you to let you know that the technology is there to improve the aesthetic of the outdoor space. No longer are you required, if you're a lighting designer, a specifier, a construction company specializing in exterior lighting for beautiful outdoor venues, you have options now, and that option is wet light systems. Those light bulbs that I have are going to, right now I have an IP66 certificate, but I tweaked it a little bit. My engineer Henning and I have fixed that, and we now have IP68 ready. I just have to file the paperwork and get that done. Again, I'm Steve Selak. I wanted to show these pictures to you as a way to let you know that over the past 5 years when I've been designing this and developing this, I've been monitoring what other people are doing, and nobody is doing what I'm doing. I am the only person in the world who's done this. And these are lights that can be interchanged, swapped out with clear. I've got frosted. You can change the look. The only one of a kind in the world. No other chandelier offers this availability. I should say no other light bulb offers this availability. I have wagon wheel chandeliers to start that are powder coated, that are fully wet location rated, that won't rust. You can go to Chic Home in Laguna Hills, California, and buy them now. Also check out Chic Home OC on Instagram for a video, and also on wetlightsystems.com. Again, that's wetlightsystems.com. You can see video as well, and pictures of the chandeliers that are available for sale at Chic Home. I hope you've enjoyed these old school photos of very old technology. And if you have any questions, you can reach me via the Wet Light Systems website, steve@wetlightsystems.com. Thank you very much, and thank you for watching the video.